Hello, my name is Mystic Rose. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking to you all about your wonderful moon sign in the sign of Capricorn. And remember that your moon sign is how you show your emotional range. It's kind of an impulse, like an impulsive first response as far as your emotionality is concerned. So we're going to talk about Capricorn moon, some strengths and some weaknesses. They're very hard workers, like the Capricorn sun people are. They're extremely practical and organized. So they're the kind of people that you really want to have on your team at work. They never ever start a task without the intention of completely finishing it. They don't like to start things and leave them hanging. They're rational, they're purposeful, they do everything that they do with intentionality. They're ambitious, they're quick thinking, they're fast learners, and they will do anything to achieve their goals. The Capricorn moon is very down to earth. They have a very realistic expectation about the world, so they're extremely realistic and they're not very idealistic. They just have a very, very realistic point of view about the world. And what's most important to them is their sense of stability. So they want to have a job, they want to work hard, earn money, and take care of those they love. They aspire to great things. Think of the mountain goat climbing the mountain. That's them, because the Capricorn is symbolized by the goat. So some of the challenges for the Capricorn moon can be that they can be a little bit too materialistic or pragmatic, meaning that they can just, they can be a little bit too focused on things of this world, like new cars, the newest, most beautiful, biggest homes, boats, things like that of this world. They can kind of be a little over the top with that stuff, and it can just be kind of a focus for them, so they need to be aware of that. At times they can be quite unforgiving, so they hold a grudge. They remember bad things for way too long, and they hold on to things that they should let go of. They also, it's not the best thing to say, but it's true, so I'm just going to say it. They sometimes are thinking about ways to get revenge on people. That's how Scorpios can be as well in their younger years. Just kind of thinking about vindictive ways to get back at people. They could just feel hurt about something, some very insignificant situation for years and years and years. And they need to work on this. They need to work on the ability to forgive and be more easygoing with others, because they have the tendency to just cut you out of their life over little things. And they do this with friends, family, everyone. They kind of have a gloomy disposition about them, and they can be very unromantic. They can be a little too serious and a little bit too low-spirited. They almost give like this depressed vibe, and they always devote themselves to tasks so much that they kind of like neglect feelings and stuff like that. So they kind of lack the ability for self-reflection and working on inner values, being sympathetic, and being cheerful. They lack the ability to really focus on important things like that. It's something that they just need to work on. They can really lack empathy. So lunar Capricorns, once they make their mind up about you, if they like you, they'll tend to support you in every way that they can. But if they have decided to cut you off, like I said, it might be like for the long term or forever, and they can't understand how you might feel about that, and they really kind of don't care. Especially like in a close interpersonal relationship, they can get blocked emotionally. So this kind of blockage, emotional blockage, might lead to headaches, long-term depression, and making up imaginary problems that don't exist, and just an overall like general malaise or weakness. They have to realize that they're not going to lose anything if they just try to be more open with people and more sincere with others. They also need to just relax because they can be workaholics. Sometimes they put aside important things like friendships, family, and things like that just to clear up their schedules to make more time for work. They have a hard time relaxing. They have a hard time being just natural and joyful, and so they push people away oftentimes. They push away people because they're not in the mood to have fun usually. They're a little too serious. So it's kind of difficult to be around people that have their moon in Capricorn at times. But there are positive things about the moon in Capricorn people. And I want to talk a little bit about that. So when it comes to hard work and loyalty, they are very loyal and hardworking, so they're great to have at the workplace. They would make a great accountant, financial guru, or banker because of their close attention to detail. With this moon placement, it can also lead people into a career in law enforcement or the military. Instead of being very emotional and wearing their heart on their sleeve, they have their emotions kind of tucked away, but they do feel things. But they're just very, I want to say like muted, and they're not very strong usually, and they can keep them at bay. They can push them down for a long, long time and just kind of ignore it and get to work. But they're very mysterious people often because of this. You just wonder, what are they thinking? But many great minds are born of this placement. They're hard to kind of crack. They're a mysterious person. They love to help people though. They're very thoughtful in that way. They're kind of like Virgos. They will do acts of service as a way to show their love. They sometimes feel like they have to prove themselves or prove their worth to those around them, and they can be quite competitive. And as far as their feelings go and keeping them in, they will tell you eventually if they if they feel like it. But if they don't feel like it, they may not ever talk about their feelings and emotions. Oftentimes people with their moon in Capricorn like to play piano or some type of musical instrument, but it's usually the piano. They have long fingers that are great for piano playing. They're extremely intuitive, and they may seem to be very simple-minded, but they're actually not that simple-minded because of their because they can be quite loving, and they can be quite intuitive if they pay attention to those inner feelings. And they're very protective for those that they love. But they just have a natural kind of way about them where they're just very judgmental of others. Like a Virgo, they can be judgmental of others and themselves a little too harshly. But they are driven and ambitious. And they love power, success, and authority, which is why they can become professionals in a leadership capacity. They are natural born leaders. They have a take charge vibe about them. They know when to lead, and they kind of naturally know when they need to follow, but they prefer leading. They can be very patient at times and very tolerant of others, and they can calmly deal with all kinds of different people from all walks of life and different backgrounds, so this makes them good leaders. Also, another thing that makes them good leaders is that they like being part of a big group. But they do enjoy their solitude from time to time. This is just a few things about your Capricorn moon. And if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to turn on your notification bell so that you can be notified of any new videos that are posted as they're posted. And thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope you learned a little bit about the Moon and Capricorn individuals. Many blessings to you.